What's up, everybody? Today we are taking a look at 3Speak.tv. It is the premier video platform for Web 3.0, built on the Hive blockchain. You know it, you love it if you're already there. I post on it every day. I'm in love with this platform. The team is awesome, and I love the decentralized infrastructure that's being built here. So, if you're interested in free speech, being able to own your data, and having your videos out on a platform that cannot be shut down by external forces like governments or corporate oligarchies or all that, any of that kind of stuff. If you really want freedom through video, then come and check out 3Speak.tv. We're going to be taking a look at it today, so let's get right into it. Welcome back to another episode of CoinLogic TV, where we are looking logically at crypto assets. I am your host, The Logical Dude, your favorite van life living crypto investing digital nomad. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for spending just a little bit of it with me. Today we are taking a look at my favorite video platform out there, and that is 3Speak.tv. It is built on the Hive blockchain. So what's great about this is that you don't necessarily have to have a Hive account to get started. They make it really easy, and they're helping break that barrier, because that is one barrier to entry that we have, on the Hive blockchain, is that it can be a little difficult to get signed up. You got all these private keys you got to deal with, and how do you sign in and all this kind of stuff. Well, 3Speak really kind of takes that and simplifies it. So you can come and get started with just an email address and a password, just like you would on any other Web 2 platform. Except when you get started and you post your first video, you then have a Hive account. Actually, you have a Hive account when you first sign up, because they create one for you in the background. But after you post your first video, that's when you can actually download your private keys, and you become the owner of your data right at square one as soon as you post your first video. So it's really cool what they're building. All these videos are built on the IPFS, which is the interplanetary file system. So they have a great group of developers that are working to try and help improve some of the, performance around IPFS, how they're able to manage it and that kind of thing. So they have actually a desktop application that you can download and run on your computer. So if you have a PC, a desktop PC, or even a laptop that you just kind of leave set up and running, and you want to actually help decentralize this network even more, when you download the desktop application and you install it on your computer and you start watching videos through that, you are actually contributing to the network. You actually have your own IPFS node built into the background. And that's what's helping run all these videos and everything. So when you are using the desktop app, you are your own node. So think of it like with Bitcoin, okay? So you have Bitcoin miners, which are the people that basically do the calculations, run the transactions, and verify all that kind of stuff. Well, you have the nodes, okay? So miners and nodes are actually different. People think they're the same things. They're not actually the same thing. So you can run a node and not be a miner. Okay, now it's not incentivized right now to run a node on Bitcoin. Same way on 3Speak right now, it's not necessarily incentivized to run the desktop application. But if you go and listen down to the interview that I did a couple of weeks ago with the team from 3Speak, I will put that link in the description below, then you will know that at some point in the future, running that desktop application may be incentivized. So nothing set in stone yet. But anyway, what it does, though, is that it helps create that decentralization that we're all looking and striving for, and where you are actually contributing your hard drive space to helping run this video platform. Okay, so now it can take up a lot of data and that kind of thing. It can take up space, but you can choose how much you're wanting to actually utilize, use for the system and that kind of thing. So there are give and takes. But let's take a look at this platform. So when it pops up, they're doing a really great job about trying to make it into, pretty standard video platform, just like you would see on some of the other mainstream ones. So you can come and check out some of the first uploads. You've got a feed for people that you follow. You can come and check out like trending content. You can come and check out the newest, freshest content that's out there. When it loads up, it actually loads up the trending content. So this is the stuff that's getting hit a lot and it's getting some good payouts and that kind of thing. And you can actually see that some of these posts are actually making some really good money here. So we got a lot of musicians that are coming on. We got people that come on and talk about, stuff that they would get kicked off of YouTube for, some of the hot and spicy political conspiracy theory stuff you can find on here. We've got financial talk. Then, you got stuff like us, and here's our Twitter spaces with the team from 3Speak. So if you want to go and listen to that, you can check that out. And you can actually see that it made some decent money. That's actually one of my higher payouts. So really, really excited about this platform and being able to contribute as much as I can. Now, being a van life, nomad guy, I can't run the desktop app like I want to, or, but I can actually set up a VPS and contribute to the actual Speak network through their node structures that they got set up. So there's actually some tokens. They've got a whole tokenomics setup that they've got going on in the background. They're running their test net right now, and then you can actually go and you can claim your official Larynx miner tokens. So if you claim your Larynx miner tokens and then you can go and get set up with running one of the claim chain nodes, you can actually get incentivized for that kind of stuff. So there is that, and they've got all the documentation here on the site. You can actually go and get involved with their Discord server as well. And, they got a great group of people in there that can help you out, answer some questions for you and that kind of thing if you get lost. But they try to make it as easy as possible to come in here, just like you would on something like YouTube. But this is a decentralized platform where you own this data, not the company that's hosting it. So like with YouTube or with Vimeo or with any of those other services, you don't own that data. They do, and they can do what they want. They can take you down if they don't like what you're talking about. Well, 3Speak, that's not a thing here. So you can come on if you've got that spicy conspiracy theory stuff. Come on and speak it. Now, of course, there's also some terms of service stuff, no crazy violence and, no kiddie stuff, none of that, nasty stuff. We don't want that, but pretty much anything else is fair game, as long as it's not illegal and that kind of thing, But you can't be censored as far as having a voice and talking about certain things, like talking about certain political views or talking about certain, certain ways of thinking, certain religious views. You can come and talk about all that freely here without worrying about, the higher ups coming in and shutting you off. And then as you see, you don't have to worry about the 1,000, subscribers or the 4,000 watch hours that you have to acquire through YouTube to get monetized through their crappy ad network, which that's really where the censorship comes from, is from the ad providers and that kind of thing. Well, with 3Speak, it's not even about that. The community values your posts. So if you get people that are in the Hive blockchain that are stakers, that if they come through and if they've got big votes, you can get hit with some really big votes and your post can make some money. Not all posts make money. So, and hey, you know what? And it's hit or miss. Some days I'll have some that do really well. Some days I'll have some that's like, man, that was a waste of time. But it is what it is, Not everything's seen. So that's also up to you, where you got to come in and promote your own posts on the blockchain as well and promote it out to things like Twitter. I also post on YouTube and stuff like that and promote 3Speak so that we can show people what kind of awesome stuff is being built here on the blockchain. All right, so let's take a little bit closer look. So if we want to go in and watch one of these videos, it's pretty straightforward. So you just come in and you click on it. It's going to load up the video. Now, again, remember, it might take a minute just for the simple fact that this is on IPFS. So, but it loads up and it plays very smoothly. All right. So you can come here, you can like it, upvote it, which gives them money. You can downvote them, which means that, here on Hive, when you downvote something, that's really supposed to mean like, you it's spam, or you don't think it necessarily belongs in a certain community or something like that, that's where downvotes can come into play. That's how the community regulates itself. All right. So you can choose to open it in the desktop app. So if you have the desktop app installed and you go and click on a link from somewhere like PeakD or from Hive.blog or from leofinance.io, which we'll be taking a look at this week as well. You can open up this link in the desktop app, and immediately your IPFS node kicks into play and you start actually contributing to the network, which is really cool again. All right, so down here, it gives you an option that you can actually come and follow the person. And then you can share it to Dbuzz. So Dbuzz is kind of like a Hive version of Twitter, basically. We're going to be taking a look at that here in a couple of weeks as well. But yeah, you've got full out descriptions and that kind of thing. People can actually come in here and use markup, and just like you would on Hive, and create a Hive kind of post. And then we have comments that you can come and engage with the post down here. So the more that you engage with the post, better off it does. The more engagement that it gets, the more you get recognized as a member of the community. So get out there, watch these videos, get in there and engage with the creators, start conversations with them based on their content and that kind of thing. Let them know that you're actually watching. People want to know that kind of stuff, right? All right. So you can see here that the user interface is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward and easy to use. All right, so here's one thing that's really cool. All right, so these videos get uploaded to the Podcasting 2.0 network. All right, so like for instance, if I go here into my channel, right, and I come over here and you can see that there's an RSS feed. All right, so this RSS feed actually goes out and it gets indexed on Adam Curry's Podcasting 2.0 network. So it helped get started. He's not like the only guy, but I know he's behind it. So if you don't know who Adam Curry is, that's like the Podfather. He's the one that basically started podcasting. But yeah, decentralized Podcasting 2.0 network. So it fits right in line with our decentralized montage that we've got going on over here with Hive and 3Speak. So ties in splendidly with that. You can actually pull this up using any RSS feed, pull it into your website, so you can customize like your own site using like WordPress or something, and use this RSS feed to actually pull your videos in and show them off. So really cool stuff. Actually getting ready to build a page on CoinLogic. So like a CoinLogic TV page, so that will actually be feeding in from this RSS feed. So really excited about getting that done within this week as well. All right, and so real quick, let's get back here. And so you can see here like what kind of earnings that the person makes, like, what they have available. You can see their about area. Now, live stream is not available just yet. It's getting there. They didn't really get into a whole lot of detail about that in the interview. So they said that would have been a dev question. We weren't on with the devs. I was on with the founders. So, hey, we're all looking forward to seeing if live stream comes to play. But pretty cool, what they've got going on here so far. What I want to show you now real quick is the dashboard. So if you come in here and you start up a channel, you're going to come in here to your user dashboard. So it's going to show you how many videos you have uploaded, how many followers you have, and how many views you've had. So you can come here, and your upload window is really simple. So you just come in, and when it loads up, it's going to pull in, and you're going to click, and it's going to open up for, downloading. You can drag and drop or anything like that. But here's the kicker. Your video cannot be any bigger than 5 gigabytes, or it will not be encoded. All right. So not only is the storage of this system decentralized, but they are also working on decentralizing the encoding process, which is really cool. So what that's going to be able to do is allow people to help share that computing power, so you can run nodes and that kind of thing. You'll be able to run a whole node system for the encoding layer, which is going to help process these videos and get them loaded up faster. So the more computing power, the more nodes we have on that network, the faster all the encoding is going to be. So that's really cool. So one thing I do want to kind of address is the encoding and the fact that it can take up to an hour or more. Remember, this is basically a whole beta system, so keep that in mind. That if you have any problems with videos that you upload, certainly go and hit them up in the Discord. They're pretty quick about getting to your issues and that kind of thing, and certainly we'll try to help you out. But it's really simple. Once you select your video, you'll just put your title in here. You can add it to your Hive blog section. You can give it a full out description, like a long description. You can use markup and the same kind of, like, basically what I do is I just copy and paste my templates from Peaked. So I have templates set up on peaked.com, which is another Hive front end. I'll just copy and paste those and bring them over into 3Speak and then write whatever the description is and that kind of thing. So that way I've already got all my little social links and stuff all added in there. But yeah, it uses all the same markup. But what you do is come down here and you'll also add tags. You can add up to 10 tags. And you can choose what community best fits your content. You can select what post options. So 50-50 is the standard. So 50 liquid, 50 staked. And then you can choose if you have any beneficiaries. So if you have people that are, on the video that you want to, give a kickback to or something like that, you can add them in here. Or if you reference articles and you want to tip them, with part of the post or something like that. What beneficiaries are also really good for is if you have a branded account, something like CoinLogic. I would eventually like to get other people to come and make content for CoinLogic down the line. And you can actually add their name in and pay them a good portion of the rewards, or, however it is that you want to do that. But that's what beneficiaries are for. You can do that with any Hive post, really. And then you can actually select, would you like to receive crypto donations on this video? What you would have to do for this is you would have to go and click on where it says here, and then go and set up your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain address, and then they also have an option for Wax. I do have a Wax address, but I'm not worried about using that for here. And then you also want to make sure that if your stuff is not safe for work, definitely check this out if you have any questions on that. If you got any dirty movies you want to post up, or if you've got some questionable content, like violent content or something like that, or if you've got something that just may not be suitable for a workplace or for when kids are around or something like that, you may want to check out those guidelines here and mark that box if necessary, so that it kind of hides it, but people can watch it if they want to. Then, of course, the area for thumbnails. I load up easily JPEG and PNG thumbnails with no problem there. And then you can post it after encoding, or you can schedule it for a later date. So if you click on that, you can see that it's got like a little calendar, so you can select a day and a time to post it up. And then hit save. And then once it's finished uploading, it will start to go into that encoding process, which takes you to this page, and then you will see where it says published here. It will actually say encoding, and when that's all finished is when you will see the options to be able to view it, edit it, and delete it. So again, that process can take anywhere from like 5 minutes to an hour or more at this point. Again, this is a decentralized platform that's still basically in beta, so take that into account, but come and use it. And because when you use this platform, you know that your data is your data, and it's stored in a decentralized manner, not on a centralized server to where it can be shut off just like that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick overview just to see what kind of amazing stuff is going on here on the Hive blockchain. We've got the Speak network building an amazing video platform in the background that people are going to actually eventually going to be able to build their own video front ends and that kind of thing, and their own video communities on top of. So it's really awesome what they got going on. I was really happy to speak to those guys a couple of weeks ago. So again, check out that interview in the description below. But come and check out 3speak.tv. Come and post here. You might find that you like it. you might build a community around yourself, and you might actually start getting paid for your videos instead of throwing them up on YouTube and having to work your butt off for monetization and never get there. Yeah, that's what's happening here. So anyway, you guys have a good one. Be cool, be real, always abide. Peace out.